Types of Auto Insurance 2023. Collision, comprehensive, liability. It can all start to feel like a confusing mess. But fear not. In this exciting video, we will dive deep into the world of auto insurance coverage. We'll cover the basics and even throw in a few rare types of coverage you may not have heard of before. Don't even think about clicking away, because trust me, you won't want to miss this. Get ready to become an insurance expert and let's get started. Are you feeling overwhelmed by the countless options for car insurance coverage? We know how frustrating it can be to navigate through and determine which coverages are essential and which are not. Making the wrong choice could leave you with high out-of-pocket costs or paying extra for coverage you don't need. The good news is you're not alone in this. Even the most experienced drivers can get confused about which coverage to choose. That's why we're here to help. Did you know that not all car insurance coverages are required by law? It's true. While some states mandate certain coverages, there are additional options that drivers can choose to add on. But how do you know which ones are right for you? Head on over to our website at FreeAdvice.com and get the inside scoop on all the different types of car insurance coverage available right now. We have an insurance quote comparison tool you can use for free. All you have to do is enter your zip code and some basic info to receive car insurance rates from top providers near you. So let's start with the basics. Car insurance aims to protect you financially in case of an accident. Nobody wants to end up in debt because of an accident, so having car insurance can really save the day. Here's the thing though. Car insurance rates can vary widely depending on where you live and which company you choose. Other factors like age, driving history, and credit rating can all play a role in determining your rate as well. So, what are the most common types of car insurance coverage? Every insurance company offers different types of coverage. However, when it comes to auto insurance, most companies will provide certain types of coverage that are required by either the state or the lender. The most important coverage that drivers need to carry is liability insurance, which is made up of two parts: bodily injury liability and property damage liability. This coverage will pay for the damages incurred by other parties if you're at fault in an accident. For instance, bodily injury liability will cover their medical expenses if the other driver or passengers are injured. If the other driver's vehicle or other property is damaged, property damage liability will cover the cost of repairs. It's important to note that liability insurance won't cover any of your accident costs. Almost every state requires drivers to have liability insurance so that if they cause an accident, the other parties involved will have their costs covered. Remember that liability insurance is the minimum level of insurance you can legally carry in most states. If you want more protection, you might consider getting full coverage, but of course, that would cost you more. If you're interested, here's a comparison of the average monthly minimum rates versus those for full coverage from a few of the top US auto insurance companies. Another type of auto insurance coverage is collision insurance, which comes in handy when a driver gets into an accident that causes damage to their car. This coverage will pay for damages in instances like hitting another vehicle, a stationary object, or a single car accident like sliding off an icy road. Although collision insurance is not required by the state, drivers who have a loan or lease on their vehicle are usually required to carry it as part of their contract. Even if you're not required to have it, it's worth considering adding collision coverage to your policy if you can't afford repairs or a new car if your vehicle is totaled in an accident. Drivers who lend or lease their cars also are required to carry collision coverage as part of their loan or lease agreement. This is because the lender or lessor wants to ensure that their investment is protected in case the vehicle is damaged in an accident. Another important type of coverage that drivers should consider adding to their policies, especially if they can't afford to pay for damages or a new car out of pocket, is comprehensive auto insurance. While it's not required by states, lenders may require drivers to carry comprehensive vehicle coverage. Comprehensive insurance covers various situations, including collisions with animals, damages caused by severe weather like hurricanes or hailstorms, and damages from objects like a tree branch falling on your car. It also covers damages from vandalism or theft, which can be especially helpful if your car is stolen or damaged. If you also live in an area with lots of wildlife or severe weather, comprehensive coverage can provide you with valuable protection and peace of mind. Drivers who would struggle to pay for repairs or replace their car if damaged should consider adding comprehensive coverage to their policies. It may cost a bit more in premiums, but it could save you thousands of dollars in the long run if something unexpected happens to your car. Again, if you can't afford to repair damages or replace your car, don't panic. There's an easy solution. Just consider adding comprehensive coverage to your policy. This extra protection can help cover any unexpected expenses that may arise. But that's not all. Did you know about personal injury protection or PIP coverage? While it's required in only a few states, it can be a game changer in the event of an accident. PIP insurance can cover medical costs for you and your passengers, including emergency treatment, lost wages, and even funeral expenses. And even if you're not required to have a PIP in your state, it's still worth considering if you can afford it. After all, PIP can cover things your health insurance won't, like lost wages due to injury. Next up, we have underinsured or uninsured motorist insurance. Believe it or not, less than half of US states require drivers to have this coverage. But it's important. If the driver who caused the accident doesn't have enough insurance to cover your bills or no insurance at all, this coverage can save you from paying out of pocket. But what about hit and runs? If the other driver takes off, you'll need even more protection. That's where underinsured or uninsured motorist coverage comes in handy. If you don't have collision and comprehensive insurance, this policy can be a lifesaver. Then we have the medical payments insurance. This type of coverage is required in Maine and New Hampshire, but it's worth considering even if you don't live in those states. Just keep in mind that it won't cover lost wages or funeral costs. One of the great things about MedPay is that it's usually available regardless of who is at fault for the accident. So, even if you were the one who caused the accident, your MedPay coverage can still help pay for your medical bills. Another benefit of MedPay is that it can provide coverage for your passengers' medical expenses as well. This can be especially helpful if you frequently carpool with friends or family members. If you've had a DUI or other incidents on your driving record, you may be required to file for high-risk insurance, also known as SR22 insurance. Expect your rates to be higher than average, but don't worry, you can still find coverage if you shop around. If you are required to carry SR22 insurance, you can expect to pay higher premiums than you would with a regular auto insurance policy. This is because you are considered a high-risk driver, and the insurance company is taking on more risks by insuring you. It's important to note that not all insurance companies offer SR22 insurance, so you may need to shop around to find a policy that fits your needs. Additionally, the requirements for SR22 insurance can vary from state to state, so it's essential to understand the specific requirements in your state. But for those who don't own a car, non-owner car insurance can provide liability coverage if you get into an accident while driving someone else's vehicle. Non-owner car insurance is important for drivers who frequently rent or borrow cars and those who use car-sharing services. It provides peace of mind that you are covered in the event of an accident, and it can help protect you from financial losses due to liability claims. One thing to remember with non-owner car insurance is that it only provides liability coverage. This means that it does not cover damages to the vehicle you are driving, nor does it cover your own medical expenses if you are injured in an accident. Instead, it only covers the damages and injuries that you cause to others. Despite its limitations, non-owner car insurance can be a cost-effective option for drivers who do not own a vehicle. It is typically less expensive than a regular auto insurance policy since it only provides liability coverage. If you're a rideshare driver, you'll need rideshare insurance to transport customers legally. Not all insurance companies offer this coverage, so make sure to shop around and find the right policy for you. Rideshare insurance provides coverage for drivers while they are on the clock and driving for the ride-hailing company. It typically includes liability coverage, collision coverage, and comprehensive coverage, which can help protect drivers from financial losses in the event of an accident or other incident. One important thing to note is that rideshare insurance coverage is typically only in effect when the driver is actively working for the ride-hailing company, such as when they are on their way to pick up a passenger or when they have a passenger inside the car. When the driver is using their vehicle for personal use, their personal auto insurance policy would provide coverage. Phew, that was a lot to cover, but now you know the basics of different types of auto insurance coverage. Remember, understanding the different types of auto insurance coverage available is essential for protecting yourself and your vehicle. From liability insurance to comprehensive coverage, each type of insurance provides unique benefits and protection against financial losses. So whether you're a new driver just getting started or an experienced driver looking to update your coverage, make sure you take the time to evaluate your insurance needs and select the right coverage for you. Accidents can happen at any time, and having the right insurance coverage in place can give you peace of mind and help ensure you're prepared for whatever comes your way. If you are interested in comparing rates for some new car insurance coverages you have learned about today, look no further than FreeAdvice.com. You can quickly and easily compare rates from different providers near you. Give it a try. Rev up your insurance knowledge with us here at FreeAdvice.com. Our YouTube channel is your go-to destination for informative and engaging videos covering a variety of auto insurance types and other essential insurance information. And while you're here, remember to give us a thumbs up. We love connecting with you and helping you navigate the often confusing world of insurance. So join us and let's hit the road to insurance success together. Drive safe and stay protected.